Hey, before you fast forward this video to see what happened to my friend Adam with this wave, I just want to explain a little bit about this video because I didn't realize at the time when we were out in the water the potential danger. And I've taken probably over 100 guys out in the last 25, 30 years plus bodyboarding. People that have visited me in the recent 10 years, people from out of state, people from Europe. And this video really freaked me out because I realized that I didn't take enough time with Adam to explain a few things that I usually explain to guys, but I don't know what the deal. I think it was a time limit we had. He needed to get back to what he was doing, and so this video really kind of opened my eyes, and I don't feel as bad as I did now 3 days later. But I did have to talk to him and apologize to him because I didn't go over certain steps. And so first off, I've known Adam for 20 years. This year I met him at a Bible conference in Transylvania, Romania, an area of Romania I was living in at the time. The city was called Brasov, and him and his wife Taya had been sent there from their church in Chandler, Arizona to take over a church that was already established. As small as it was already established in a city called Ruse, Bulgaria. I was in Bucharest at the time, and we met at this conference. And so over the years, we got to fellowship together and spend time, him coming up to Bucharest to go to McDonald's, and because they had a McDonald's in their city, but it was closed. Bulgarians didn't like McDonald's for whatever reason, but he had the Golden Arches. And so you can imagine, like, you know, being an American, going to a city, seeing McDonald's, seeing the Golden Arches, but the doors are shut and boarded up, right? So he would come to Bulgaria, he would come to Bucharest to spend time together and eat some Big Macs. And I would go down to Bulgaria and preach for him occasionally. And we did some traveling throughout Bulgaria and into Turkey. And so I'll put a link in the description of those videos with Adam 20 years ago in Turkey. So anyway, Adam was coming to San Diego to preach for one of our baby churches here. And I had, like I usually do, I extend the invitation to go out in the water. And we had just received a swell about a week earlier, and north swell. And it was big at times, smaller at times. And I thought, okay, you know, I'm going to take out Adam, and I got a nice wetsuit for him. I was all excited about it. And the day came, we were going to do lunch after, and then I was going to run him back to his hotel so he could get ready for that night of preaching. And so we were kind of in a rush. And I want to say that was maybe my kind of excuse for not going over things better. The report said 3 to 4 foot, and it probably was in different places, but at that particular place, seeing it when I got there, it was probably like 4 to 6 foot. Sets were like 4 to 6 foot. 3 to 4 was probably the average wave coming through. I wanted to paddle out at Greenwall, but as we were preparing to go out, there was a surfer coming in. I asked him where he paddled out at. He said, yeah, Greenwall is kind of hard to paddle out. So he paddled out south of La Jolla Shores, like towards Marine Room. So I thought, you know, that's a good spot to paddle out at. What I didn't explain very good. I had Adam put wax on the board that he was going to paddle out on. And I just thought that it's a no-brainer. Adam, if you're watching this, man, don't take it to heart. But wax is put on a board to help you stick to the board, your body stick to the board. So Adam thought that you put wax on a board so it slides somehow on the water. Anyway, so you're on the wrong side of the board, bro. Maybe that's the problem. The wax side. You got this, man. I've taken guys out. They put the wetsuit on upside down backwards. I can't remember if I explained to Adam, because he did go out years ago with me here in San Diego, but not with boards, I think. We just body surfed or something. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, I didn't realize, but he jumped on his board on the slick side, and the wax is facing the water. So he's sliding all over the board because it's super slick. And so he didn't make it out the first time. I was in gung-ho mode. I was in, there was too many guys out there. I usually yell at guys. If you've noticed my videos in the past, I'll yell. I'll say, come on, go, paddle hard, paddle. But it was literally, there was a window where the waves were just coming in like 3-footers, you know. So I thought he'll easily be able to paddle out. So I just took off and I'm paddling. I'm not even looking back. The video, of course, shows Adam throwing over the wax side, and you know, he's on the orange, slick bottom, sliding around, and then he's just getting further and further and further behind me. And then I get out there and I'm like, I turn around, where's Adam? All right, let's get on our board, start paddling. So I ended up taking a wave back in and yelling at him a bit, because, you know, that's what motivates guys. You got this. Come on. What are you doing? Stand up. To put everything into it, because you do need to put everything into that first paddle out. And what I tell guys is put everything you got in it and just keep going. Even if you feel like you're gonna pass out, if you can do it, you'll get that second wind. You'll see that little window. And when you're paddling out in the white water and it's just crazy, it's swirling everywhere around you, and you're duck diving, very important. When the wave's coming at you, you don't try to just hit it. You go underneath it. It's called duck diving, an actual duck. Quack, quack, quack. When they want to go out in the ocean, they duck under the waves, the giant waves. Boom, they're ducking under, they're ducking under. And then finally, you see the window of that last wave, and you know you're there, and that's that second wind comes up, and boom, then you go under that last wave, and then you're out there, and everything's calm and pristine and glassy, usually, like it was. And you're done with that whitewater washing machine mess. So I paddled back in, and then I told Adam, "Come on, let's go out. Let's do it one more time." And so he's paddling, and I said, "Look, don't even get on your board and try to paddle. Just ditch your board. It's It's securely Velcroed to your wrist. Just swim, because he told me he's a strong swimmer. So your board, look, just go like this, drag it. Just drag it and swim backwards if you have to. Do the backstroke. It's only right there, you got to get over. He ditched the board, he's dragging it behind him, and boom, I'm talking like probably took him 3 minutes, maybe 3 minutes to get out, all the way out there. And then I let him rest for, as I said, 30 seconds. Yes, sir. Virginia Beach does not give up. All right, now look, I'm gonna let you rest for like 30 seconds. And again, we're on a time limit, right? I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna spend 2 hours in the water. We're gonna go to lunch, eat lunch, get him back to the hotel by 4 p.m. So that was kind of my idea with that. We get out there, I said, okay, you got 30 seconds to rest. And then we're gonna paddle over to Greenwall, which was about probably 150 yards to the north. And we're gonna go towards that pier, okay? And towards, I would say, towards the pier. As I think I remember saying to Adam, let's swim, see that pier over there? We're gonna swim towards the pier. The Greenwall is a sand, what do you call it? A sandbar. Breaks a little bit bigger over there. And what I wanted him to do is not die or drowned or come close to drowning. I wanted him to experience being in a few big sets and going over the top. There's this thing, you know, guys don't, when you're looking from the land out, it doesn't look like anything. But when a set comes and you're out there and you're floating up to the top and you're like looking over, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a neat experience. So I wanted Adam to experience that more than even taking a wave, just paddling out over there. So yeah,
it was pretty intimidating out there. I felt very small and weak in comparison to the size of those waves. So going out the first time, I was hanging onto the board too hard, and I was not on the board right. Like I had it flipped over the wrong way, like an idiot. So I was trying to hang on to the board, and so then I was using my legs, and I was almost there.
You were.
Got almost there, but then there was like 2 or 3 big waves that pushed me back, and my legs were tired out. So it was nice out there. I enjoyed being in the water, but the waves were pretty huge. So once we got in front of a few breaks, you were like, yeah, just go.
Anyway, first of all, I wanted to say, wax keeps you on the board. It's not like permanent, it's not super glue. You are going to slide around a little bit, but you're less likely to just slide off if you got a good amount of wax on your board. Okay, that's why we put wax on the board. And then the next thing is duck diving. Very important. Diving under the waves, whether you can push your board down and go underneath or ditch your board. I say ditch your board. You're just basically coming off of your board and then you're diving under and you drag your board with you and it pops up the other end because it's on here, it stretches and comes. And so then very important, the third point, very, very important point right here. And this is where Adam got into trouble. And I understand his adrenaline was up. For whatever reason, I think he had water in his ears because I was yelling at him to turn around and he just was not complying. Adam, I know you're a good guy, I know you're a listener, so I think that there might have been water in your ears. But I'm making this video and I really don't care how many subscribers, I don't care how many people really watch this video, but if you are going to watch it, please be attent to what I'm saying, because this is the last time I'm taking someone out that's never been out into 4 to 6 foot surf, because when we finally got out there, the sets were coming and they were not just 6 footers. They were probably more like 8 foot waves. 3 sets in particular came back to back meaning maybe 3 or 4 minute intervals between sets, but they were. Anyway, we're about 100 yards from where we want to be. Just take your time. Hey, why don't we trade boards now? All right, I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna come right up to you. What you want to stop right now. What you want to make sure is you don't touch the camera because you got wax on your gloves, and then it's not going to be pretty.
Definitely. Don't want to mess up the YouTube video.
Exactly. Exactly. So these are set waves that are coming through, but we're way out here to where they're not going to do anything. They're going to break up there. This one, see this one?
Yeah.
This is nice. It's going to be a nice wave for up there. That's where I want to go, a little bit further north. So let's change boards. Unstrap yourself from there. This one is not as buoyant, but it's kind of easier to...
Yeah, that was the other thing, is I was hanging onto the board and I wasn't using my arms. And my legs got...
Yes, sir. Oh, just let it float. Be right here.
What's up, YouTube? I'm suffering for your enjoyment. I hope you're happy, you bunch of jerks.
Yes. Come to San Diego. We will torture you. All right.
You want to know what it feels like? I'll tell you. It feels like if you were the size of a green bean being tossed into a washing machine.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Green.
And Mr. San Diego there laughing at me. How about that?
We gotta go to that like third house, right? Okay?
That way?
That way. Oh, look at this, man.
Woo!
Right there.
He says that's the bomb. I think he might be literal. I hope you all are enjoying the precious view at the top of my head. The .5, as my kids would call it. So this is the problem with hanging out with John Dumas. He immediately erases 15 years off of your life. 15 years of wisdom, 15 years of experience, 15 years of caution, thrown to the wind, my friends. That's why I love him, and I kind of don't like him at the same time. But he's the awesomest. Yeah, good camera tips from John Dumas. He says make sure I don't have a drip of snot hanging out my nose, which I very well could be. I demand a 50% cut. Advertising dollars. I hear a helicopter behind me. I think they might be coming for me. I'm here, Jesus. Pick me up. What is it?
We don't want to catch a wave all the way in.
Yeah?
We want to catch it just a little bit where you get the joy, and then you want to bail out.
Yeah?
Because if you don't bail out, then you're going to be stuck in there, and I'm not going to come in there and yell at you again to come out.
Well, that actually might be good for me. To ride one wave to make sure I can say I did it.
Oh, dude, outside. Just be prepared to have to go underneath. If you have to. Hey!
Woo!
Be prepared.
Sounds lovely.
Hey, at any point, you get that when it's vertical.
Yeah.
It's gonna break on you. It's gonna roll you and somersault you under the water.
Yeah.
All you have to do is relax because you're gonna come up.
Right.
Don't like stress it or you're gonna get cramps. Okay. So this is where I wanted to be. But what I'm about to tell you is, if you take a wave too far in, it's gonna be brutal to get back out again.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, so you don't want to take it all the way in. You want to take it to where you're like, yeah, this is unbelievable. And then
bail.
And then like this is how you bail. You just come off of it like this.
Flop like a fish.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm good at that.
All right, let's go out a little bit more because see all those little waves in between me and that kid? There's all those little waves. That's a rip current right there.
Okay, yep.
I don't know if it's pulling in or pulling out, but it's nothing to worry about. The currents, all you got to do is swim parallel to them, not against them. Okay?
Right.
We're right in a good spot where we want to be. We want to hang out right here in between Tower 33 and that house. Right where we want to be.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right?
Got it.
And when you're going to catch a wave, don't lean too much like this or it's going to nosedive.
Okay.
Lean back a little bit and hold on for dear life because these are monsters.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And then get your little fun in. And I'll tell you when you're going to have to turn around and start paddling, okay? And I might say, no, don't do it. Go under.
Yeah.
Because it might just be a bone crusher. And, probably like maybe 10 feet deep right here. Put the bottom of the sand. So, you're good.
Yeah, so here's the mistake I made the first time out.
Yeah.
I was on the wrong side of the board, first of all, so it was slipping out from under me.
Why do you think we put wax on it?
I thought it was to give us a nice smooth surface on the water.
You're the first one to ride on, so that's the first.
Okay, then the second problem was I was hanging on the board and I was just kicking with my feet, and my legs got fried. And then I thought I was gonna die.
And here comes a set. This is a set.
Yeah?
It's like 3 to 5 waves. The first one is not as big. Second and third one are the biggest. Just be prepared. You might go underneath or go above. I just want you to be like in prepare mode.
I think I see a body floating out there.
It's only like a 4 foot. This like could be considered a 4 foot.
Maybe it was a premonition.
Remember, if you get away from me, if I take a wave and I come back out,
Waves are going off and it's loud. He said that he heard like a helicopter or something. He said, "There's a helicopter. I think there's a helicopter behind me or something." I don't know. I didn't see in a helicopter, but there was a lot of noise, a lot of waves bombing around us. And so this is very, very important. If you're new to the sport, if you're watching this video and you've watched my entire 11-minute introduction, 11-minute plus, is when you're going to try to take a wave, right? You're paddling for the wave, right? Now you're going towards the sand, towards the land. The ocean's behind you. You're paddling, right? So you want to, this is what I tell guys, paddle like your life depends on it. Paddle like a shark and 3 pit bulls are chasing you. Don't just think you're going to catch a wave just by lollipopping and just lollygagging, right? Or whatever you call it. You're going to have to put everything into it. So you got the gloves, right? You got the web gloves and you got your fins and everything's going. You're a machine, right? Now, this is very important. and I want to stress this. Usually, and you know, you could comment on the video if that's not your case. You live in Brazil or in Hawaii or in Tahiti. It's not your case. Usually here in San Diego, what I see is sets are coming in between 3 to 5 waves, maybe a little bit more, but usually about 3 to 5 waves. First one is not as big as the second and the third wave. That's at least what I've noticed. So I told Adam that before, but again, he's new. He's not retaining all this information. You need to retain this information. This is very important. So he's paddling for the first wave. He doesn't get it. For whatever reason, Adam is thinking, I'm just going to keep paddling. You don't do that. You don't get the first wave. You turn around. You turn your whole body around, and you go, and you're at least watching what the ocean is doing. I'm not saying turn around and just start paddling towards the ocean again, but at least you're aware that the second or third or fourth wave of the set that's coming in, the set waves coming in, are bigger than that first wave that you didn't get. So paddling in towards the sand, because you didn't get the first one, you are going to get bombed. You are going to get bombed. So that second wave being bigger means that it's going to break possibly further out into the ocean. And while you're up here more towards the sand, that wave is going to come down either on you or right behind you. And it is immediately, when it hits you, it's going to flip you up. And you're going to tumble either on the surface of the water or down below. Now, I never take guys out on reef breaks the very first time. I don't. I take them to sand bottom. And so Adam, I'm yelling, and I'm going to try to turn up the volume a little bit. I'm yelling, Adam, turn around, turn around. All I wanted him to do was turn around, see the wave is going to break because he's already he's way up towards the inside. He's way up towards the whitewater slushy whirlpool. The wave is already going to break. It's done. It's a done deal. But he needs to turn around and he needs to go under that wave, not just boom, let it hit him. And so obviously he didn't hear me yelling, turn around, turn around. And so that wave came up, and a big wave like that, we call it sucking up, but it's sucking up water from the surface. It's sucking up. So it's making it more shallow, more shallow, more shallow, more shallow, and then it's coming around. And you can see in the video, which I'm going to show, it came down right on his back, right? I want to say right, not on the back of his neck, but that's what it looks like, but it didn't do that. It broke right on his legs almost, and just exploded. And Adam said that it took him straight to the bottom, nosedive to the bottom, which at that point, it was no longer 8 to 10 foot deep. It was around probably 6 to 7 foot deep, because he was close enough to the sand, to the whirlpool, where he came straight down and he hit the bottom with his hands. Thank God, not his head, his forehead, didn't break his neck, which is always a danger. That can happen. It's very, very rare that it does, but it does happen. So, but the crazy thing is the camera, which is mounted to the board, the camera went dark, went black. So he was down at the bottom with the camera. So, I'm going to try to slow it down a little bit and show you the colors. It went from like white to brown to dark green to dark. And comes up. So I'm way up here. If you look at the video, I'm going to slow it down. I'm at the very, very top of that wave. That hit him. I'm at the very, very top looking down. I got a bird's eye view of Adam down at the bottom, paddling his little heart out. And that wave is just building. And when it hit, it exploded. You know, there's like a whitewash. And I thought, I didn't see Adam. I didn't see my board. I thought Adam's like, the wave probably pushed him towards the sand. That wasn't the case. Adam was down there at the bottom. He said doing the scorpion, ragdolled, upside down, backwards, flipping, touching, and then about 10 seconds later, Adam pops up, and that's the video, and then he yells out these words. I think he said, "What are you trying to do to me?"
What are you trying to do to me? This is not happening. No.
Bro, you get this paddle like that and not look behind you. You get bombed like that. Dude, paddle for the first wave, but then you didn't get it, so you kept paddling in. You can't do that. You gotta turn around and look behind it. Alright? You okay?
No. Nope. Nope.
Dude, I turned her to look at you. I'm yelling at you. You're just paddling. This wave is like sucking up everything in front of it. And you look like you're like down on the first story. And
I did a nosedive, bro.
Yes. Hey, welcome to San Diego, baby.
I hate you.
You're still alive. Well, I told you. I said turn around. You were just like paddling like nobody's business.
Couldn't hear nothing.
You're good though.
Thank you, YouTube.
I think it was unconscious words and adrenaline-driven words and a little bit of humor, possibly. What are you trying to do to me? Like John Dumas, did you bring me out here to kill me? No, I did not, Adam, bring you out there to kill you. I brought you out there to experience some Southern California waves, and I didn't use all wisdom in doing that. And so I apologize again for that. I've already apologized. We have laughed about it, so it's blown over. I have learned some good things.
Oh, dude, hey, careful. Just remember to go underneath if it looks like it's gonna break, all right? Go out a little bit. Oh, I'd love to take this, but it's a bomb, bro. Woo! Go, Adam Dragoon! You're good. You're good. Adam, stay calm. Just go, get on the board and paddle in. Go that way. Go that way. Towards the sand. Towards the sand. That way. I'll be in a second. Woo! That's a heavy set. Here comes more though.
Don Carlos right here, Pearl Street, La Jolla, best spot in town. Got Adam right here. Are you happy, Adam? You're live. You got Mexican food, Pastor Dawes right here. Look at that. Look at those eyes.